All right, Jason here from newtonswave.com, and in this live stream I want to show you all about sine wave trading, right? Trading is a science, and price movement, the candlestick price pattern, goes up, follows the contours of sine waves, and down. So unless you're trading using sine waves or trading scientifically, you're missing a big trick. So let me get straight into this to show you how you can predict when the price is going to go up and when it's going to go down. Once you know, it's really simple, right? It's not magic. So here we go. So let's bring a sine wave on. So here's a sine wave. So sine waves are basically like sea waves, right? They move in a linear fashion, okay? And in this instance, right, here you go, you've got the beach. And so just like on the Caribbean, you've got the waves of the sea that make their way towards the beach, right? And as they get near the beach, as they hit the beach, the waves get taller. So what has this got to do with price movement? Well, let me show you. Remember I said at the beginning of this stream that price movement follows the contours of sine waves. Let me show you that, right? So here we go. First of all, we got the beach. So what is the beach? Well, basically, at the end of each day after trading, after all the crypto, all the shares have been X amount have been bought and X amount have been sold. If there's anything left, you know, say for example, 900 are bought, 1,000 are bought and 900 are sold, right? You get a deficit of 10, a reserve. And in this instance, that would be a positive, wouldn't it? A balance, right? And then so imagine the next day you get 200 left over, the next day you get 50, next day you get 550. So over time, this balance grows, it accumulates, right? And so from the creation of the crypto to now, you, especially if you've got an accumulation, you'll get an incline if you could map it out on a graph. So that's what the beach is. Now, if I bring so this particular example is lunk. So this is lunk we're looking at here, right? And so if I bring the lunk on now, there you go, there's the candlestick price pattern. So you can see lunk making its way up the beach, right? Now let's bring the sine waves in and let me show you, right, that the candlestick pattern is just a shadow of the real thing behind the scenes. So let's bring number one in. So there we go, there's wave number one. Now look at that, right? So here we've got, right, you've got it hits the beach right there. Oh, let me just, in fact, let me change that to a little cross. There we go. Oh, now what's going on? Hold on, 2 seconds. At least you can tell this is live. There we go, got you. No, I haven't got you. Okay, I'll try this once more. Let's try this once more. Let's try this once more. Where's my little crosses? There we go, there's the cross there. All right, it's not playing ball, but look, the point being is, look, we've got, right, an arrow there. That's where it hit the beach. And if you look here, that is where the crest of the wave is. So now, just like a surfer, right? He'd surf the wave up, he'd get to the crest of the wave, it loses power, and then it crashes down, and he surfs it down. So look at these 3 points, because they're very, very important, right? They're very important, these points here. So those points are the main support and resistance levels there. So there we go. So there we go. So you've got the wave, it hits the beach, it comes up, it crashes down, and that's where it loses its power. Right, let me bring the next sine wave on, right? So here's sine wave number 2. There we go. So the next one comes in. So let me now move these arrows. It hits the beach here. Right, and let me bring another arrow on here. There we go. And there you go. There's crest number 2. Right, so it hits the beach there, and you can see at these 2 points, right? So look at these. Also where the points converge, that's where peak 1 is. This is where peak 2 is here, right? So now you're going to ask me, you're going to say, okay, Jason, right? All right, you've predicted historically peak 1 and peak 2. Where's peak 3 going to be? And this is the beauty of sine waves, right? Because once you tap into the frequency, you can work all the peaks out, whether they're micro or macro. So let me bring the next one in here. Okay, so there is the next peak. Now, interestingly, look how all the lines converge there. All right, so let me show you how to work out exactly where the next peak is. So we've got a crest here. So I then bring in my fib channel, and look at that, the fib channel. Fibonacci levels are instrumental in building, in measuring things. So right here, right where the first crest was, that was 0.023. So that is the first peak, that is the first big wave. The next junction is right here, look, 0.618 on the Fibonacci, instrumental level there, for that's level number 2. And here, if I go back onto the arrows right here, look at that right there, look at that, 0.78. That is where the top of the third price peak is going to be. Yep, that's more than coincidental, isn't it? So the icing on the cake now is I bring in a tool called cyclic lines, and basically everything in trading is cyclical. It repeats itself every so often, and so what we do, we bring these cyclical lines in. Here they are, right? So we put the first line, so let me just move that back. So we put the first line on the top of the first crest there, in line vertically with the first crest. I then bring the second line in with the top of the second crest, and that gives us, look at that, hey presto, that gives us, if I can find it, no, wrong image, is it that one? No, it's that wrong image. Well, at least you can tell this is live. I've deleted that image, so hold on, let me bring in my, here we go, my arrow, here we go, bang, there we go, gotcha baby, look at that, so bang, that is where the top of the third peak is going to be. So look at that. So when I bring the cyclic lines in now, bang, bang, bang. So let me just bring those. So there we go. There's 1, and there's 2, and there's 3. Look at that. So that is how to predict price movement using sine waves, right? It's no mystery. It's no secret. The pros have been using sine waves for years. Why don't we know more about sine waves? Well, when I got into trading, no one ever told me about sine waves. No one told me that there was a science behind trading. I wish they did, and I wish they had, but it seems like many companies just want you to get onto their platforms and to use their trading software, and just to stay in it and stay with it, you know. But as I said to you, there is a science behind trading. There it is. So we now know for a fact that that is where the next price peak is going to be. And time wise, so Lunk, you're looking at probably roughly around the 20th of December for the next major price rise. But as you can see, it started turning already, and I'm going to show you one more thing. So let me bring in the support levels now. There's waves within waves within waves within waves, right? So I'm going to keep it really simple. So this line here, I'm going to make it white so you can see it. That is our support line. Now you can see, so that fits beautifully on the top of, hold on 2 secs. That fits beautifully there. Where are we? D. That fits beautifully onto that junction there. Just take that off. And you'll see how the price on its way down bounced off that support level. Now let me show you this. This is where it gets really interesting now. So look at that. Here's another line. Let me make this white as well so you can see that quite clearly. There you go. Can you see how the contours right here, right there, oh, right there, let me bring the arrows, having lots of fun with these arrows today, look at that. Can you see how the contours, right, of Lunk is actually following, right, the wave up? Look at that, the contours of the waves as it turns the corner. And it's just fantastic. Once you get into these sine waves and you start getting into the frequency of them, right, you can just, everything becomes like clockwork. If you're not using sine waves to trade, then as I said, you're missing a trick. In fact, I would say you're trading blind. And that's why I do these live streams and videos, because I love trading. I love trying to help people make money. And I hope you've gleaned something from this live stream, and I hope you make money from this. And I wish you the best of success with your trading. So listen, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this live stream today. My name's Jason from newtonswave.com. You take care, and I'll speak to you soon.